Good evening, students, and welcome to your online class of computer application. So, today in the revision tour, I am going to discuss about the operating system and its role. So, let us first of all discuss what is an operating system. Operating system is a software which acts as an interface between the user and the hardware. Now, it's a kind of software we all know. Now, how it connects the user and hardware. User means humanware. We are the user who are working on the computer, and the hardware are the physical tangible components of the computer like CPU, monitor, and keyboard, mouse. All these are the hardware devices. So to connect with the hardware devices, to do our work, we have to take the help of hardware devices, like we have to type from the keyboard, we have to give the instruction with the help of mouse. So when we are taking the help of those hardware devices and we are using the computer, being sitting on the computer, there should be some mediator who acts as a interface, or maybe who is eligible for make connecting both of us. So how to we will be able to communicate, we will be able to communicate with the help of operating system only. So it is a software which creates a communication, or you can say which creates a link between the user and the hardware. Examples of operating system can be Windows 8, 7, Windows XP, Mac operating system, and Windows now 10.1. We are using Unix, Linux. We will be discussing about different types of operating system also in the upcoming videos. So I hope now you are clear with the definition of operating system. Let us begin with the role of operating system in computer. Now, operating system provides different kind of services to the programs and to the users who are writing the programs in the computer. Some common services which are provided by the operating system, or you can say the role of operating system in computer, can be: the first one is program execution. Program execution means operating system is responsible for executing different programs, whether it can be the user program, the program written by the user, or the programs which are written on the system, or there can be some special programs also which is written and required for the functioning of the computer. It means whatever programs is written in the computer, either it is written for the benefit of the user or for the working of the system, that all execution is done by the operating system. Operating system is only responsible for executing all those programs. The second service is handling input output operations. Input output operations means operating system handles various kind of input given through the input device like keyboard and input from the mouse, and the how the output should be provided to the user with the various type of output devices like printer, or you can say a projector. So different kind of output devices are attached with the monitor, different kind of input devices are also attached with the computer. So now for all the operations which are the instructions which are given by the user, that is all managed. Those input output operations is being handled by the operating system. The third role of operating system is manipulation of file system. What is manipulation? Manipulation means updation, changes in the file system, which means that operating system has also one kind of task for making the decision regarding the storage of files, that how the particular file need to be stored. Now suppose you have created a file, so how it will be stored, what is the form of the file, what is the extension of the file. For example, a paintbrush file will be different, a word file will be having a different extension, open office writer is having different extension. Now we will learn Excel, PowerPoint, all are having different extension, different kind of files we create on the computer. So how those files should be stored in the drives of the computer. Suppose you have stored in the documents folder, now you want to change it to the D drive, or you want to move the file to another drive. So those kind of updation and manipulation and changes which are made to the files are being handled by the operating system only. The fourth service of the operating system, or you can say the role of operating system, is to detect the error and handle it properly. For example, that suppose we are working on open office writer, we have written a document and we are giving a print command to print it. However, the printer is not attached to the computer. So who is responsible for giving the error to us, or who will give a proper message to us that it is not attached, you must attach the printer before giving a print command? So operating system has a task of detecting the the errors as well. Suppose a particular file is not able to be played. It is you are opening a Word file, but you don't have MS Word installed in your computer, so obviously that file will not be able to open in your system. So those kind of errors which came across while working in the computer, that all are handled by the operating system. The fifth task of operating system is resource allocation. Resource allocation means if multiple files are to be printed, then how and which order, in which order they will be printed, which command, which file you have given the instruction first to be printed. So all those things need to be decided by the operating system only. If you give multiple tasks at one time, suppose playing a music and opening a file, so how the resource should be allocated, how the space should be provided to the computer to open those files, how much time it will take, so all those are decided by the operating system. The fifth role of the operating system is accounting. It also keeps track or account of what type of functioning are taking place and how many errors are occurred. For example, on one day you are using the computer for 5 hours, and for 5 hours how many tasks you have given to the computer, whatever tasks are successfully performed, how many errors you got while functioning of the programs. So all those are maintained, the account of all those things are maintained by the operating system. Seventh role of the operating system is information and resource protection, ensuring that the information and the resources which are available on machine, that should be used in the correct way. It means that no one should you can say avail the functions or the resources in an invalid way. There are different kind of operating system which are different from one another, but more or less they provide the same services. So the information whichever are available on your computer, that should be available to you in a proper way. Suppose if it is password protected, so obviously you need to enter a password before opening the file. You will not be able to open the file or make a changes into the file without putting the password. So those rules or those you can say the security is being maintained by the operating system only. The last one is providing user interface. User interface means refers to the way how the operating system will interact with the user, how it creates a communication or a link with the user. So it has two parts, kernel and shell, where kernel is responsible for interacting with the hardware and shell will be responsible for interacting with the user. Now shell also acts as the interpreter which takes the command from the user and interprets them and takes action accordingly. Further we will be discussing about shell and kernel in detail. For now you must understand that providing user interface means how there should be a link created between the operating system and how between the user and the computer, and the different parts of operating system is responsible for doing different work. For example, shell and kernel, where kernel interacts with the hardware and shell interacts with the user. All right, so I hope you have understood these topics. So go through this role of operating system and what is operating system. In further video I'll explain the next topic again. If you have any problem you can contact me. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much.